Ever wondered how medieval villages survived winters that killed entire communities? These survival masters developed community systems so effective they outperformed modern cold weather solutions. Many techniques still work better than individual modern approaches. Today, I'm sharing 12 revolutionary village survival secrets. Sharing networks. Medieval villages developed interconnected heating systems, where multiple families shared heat sources through connected buildings and shared walls. Central fire distribution networks channeled heat through stone passages and shared chimneys that served several households simultaneously. These systems used 70% less fuel than individual heating while providing superior warmth distribution. Community maintenance schedules ensured heating infrastructure remained functional throughout harsh winters. Coordinated burning schedules maximized fuel efficiency, while maintaining consistent temperatures across entire neighborhood clusters, creating survival networks that outperformed modern individual heating systems. Underground systems. Village communities constructed extensive underground storage networks that preserved food for 8 months without spoilage, using natural earth cooling and sophisticated preservation techniques. Root cellars connected multiple households through tunnel systems that provided shared access to community food reserves. Natural refrigeration utilized Earth's thermal mass to maintain consistent, cool temperatures ideal for long-term food storage. Community inventory management included rotation systems that prevented spoilage while ensuring fair distribution during extended winter periods. These underground networks protected food supplies from theft, weather damage, and pests while maintaining nutritional quality throughout the harshest winter conditions when surface food procurement became impossible. Multifamily. Medieval architects designed housing clusters where multiple families lived in connected structures that shared walls, roofs, and heating systems for maximum winter survival efficiency. These building arrangements created heat retention systems that maintained comfortable temperatures, using minimal fuel while providing shared living spaces for cooking, crafting, and social activities. Resource pooling enabled communities to construct superior buildings using shared labor, materials, and expertise that individual families could not afford or manage independently. Common areas included shared kitchens, workshops, and gathering spaces that fostered cooperation while conserving heat and fuel resources. Defense advantages included coordinated protection against threats while maintaining community cohesion. During extended isolation periods, these clustered settlements achieved survival rates 5 times higher than isolated homesteads. During severe winter conditions, through cooperative living arrangements, livestock. Warmth. Village communities strategically housed livestock with humans to provide continuous body heat that supplemented heating systems throughout harsh winter months. Animals maintained body temperatures around 101 degrees Fahrenheit, generating substantial warmth for shared living spaces while providing protection for valuable livestock during extreme weather conditions. Barn positioning maximized heat transfer between animal areas and human living spaces through shared walls, strategic ventilation, and thermal connection systems. Manure management created additional heat generation through controlled composting that provided supplementary warming while producing fertilizer for spring agriculture. Feed, sharing, and cooperative animal care reduced individual family burdens while ensuring livestock health throughout extended winter periods. Health benefits included controlled animal proximity that provided warmth without compromising sanitation or creating disease risks. These integrated systems created 24-hour heating that required no fuel while offering multiple survival benefits, including food security, warmth, and agricultural preparation that modern heating systems cannot provide. Cooking and heating. Medieval villages constructed large community halls with massive hearth systems that served multiple families simultaneously, creating fuel-efficient cooking and heating centers that used 60% less wood than individual household fires. These central facilities included specialized cooking areas, food preparation spaces, and warming zones that accommodated entire village populations during extreme cold periods. Community kitchens enabled coordinated meal preparation that maximized nutritional value, while minimizing fuel consumption through shared cooking processes and equipment. Large hearth designs created heat output that warmed entire buildings while providing cooking facilities capable of preparing food for dozens of people efficiently. Social benefits included community gathering spaces that maintained morale and cooperation during extended winter isolation, when individual families might suffer from depression or conflict. Food preparation coordination enabled specialized cooking, skills sharing that improved nutrition while reducing waste through collective meal planning. Maintenance systems included shared responsibility for fuel gathering, fire management, and facility upkeep that distributed workload while ensuring continuous operation throughout winter months, when facility failure could threaten entire community survival. Insulation techniques. Village craftsmen developed sophisticated insulation systems using locally harvested materials like straw, mud, animal hair, and organic compounds that provided superior heat retention compared to modern synthetic insulation. Straw insulation techniques involved layering dried grasses and grain stalks within wall cavities that created air pockets, providing excellent thermal barriers, while utilizing abundant agricultural waste materials. Mud and clay mixtures combined with organic fibers created weatherproof wall systems that sealed against wind infiltration, while maintaining flexibility during temperature fluctuations. Wall construction methods included double wall designs with insulation chambers that maximized heat retention while providing structural strength capable of supporting heavy snow loads. Roof design incorporated thick insulation layers that supported snow accumulation for additional insulation while preventing heat loss through upper building areas. Animal hair and wool integration created premium insulation materials that outperformed plant-based alternatives while utilizing livestock byproducts efficiently. Maintenance schedules included seasonal inspection and replacement procedures that maintained insulation effectiveness throughout extended use periods. These natural insulation systems achieved thermal performance equal to modern materials, while using completely renewable resources that improved over time through natural settling and integration. Ice harvesting. Medieval villages organized community ice harvesting operations that provided year-round cooling and food preservation capabilities through sophisticated cutting, transportation, and storage techniques. Winter ice cutting involved coordinated community efforts, using specialized tools that efficiently harvested large quantities of high-quality ice from local water sources. During optimal freezing conditions, insulated ice houses utilized sawdust, straw, and earth insulation that preserved ice for 8 to 12 months, providing cooling capabilities throughout summer months when fresh food preservation became critical. Community coordination included work schedules that distributed labor while ensuring adequate ice supplies for entire village populations throughout annual cycles. Transportation systems used sleds, pulleys, and community labor that moved massive ice blocks from harvest locations to storage facilities efficiently. Storage techniques included layering methods that prevented ice melting while maintaining accessibility for regular use throughout preservation periods. Tools and cutting methods achieved consistent ice block sizes that maximized storage efficiency while minimizing waste during harvesting operations. Food preservation applications included ice-cooled storage chambers that kept meat, dairy, and other perishables fresh far longer than other preservation methods available to medieval communities. These ice systems provided cooling capabilities that modern refrigeration struggles to match in terms of energy, efficiency, and natural sustainability, while requiring only community coordination and seasonal labor. Food rationing. Village leaders developed comprehensive food rationing systems that sustained entire communities. Through extended winter periods by carefully managing limited food supplies, through mathematical calculations and social cooperation protocols, community inventory management included detailed tracking of all food reserves, consumption rates, and projected needs that enabled precise rationing calculations based on population size and estimated winter duration. Rationing calculations determined daily caloric allowances that maintained community health while extending food supplies. Throughout worst-case winter scenarios, when outside food sources became completely unavailable, priority distribution systems allocated food based on work contribution, health needs, and family size, while maintaining social cohesion through fair and transparent allocation procedures. Emergency protocols addressed severe food shortage situations through staged reduction plans that prioritized survival while maintaining community morale and cooperation during crisis periods. Social systems included community oversight and accountability measures that prevented hoarding while ensuring rationing discipline through collective responsibility and mutual monitoring. Leadership structures coordinated rationing decisions while maintaining community input and democratic participation in survival decisions affecting entire populations. These rationing systems enabled villages to survive winter periods lasting 6 to 8 months, using food supplies that would support modern communities for only 2 to 3 months, achieving survival rates through mathematical precision and social cooperation that modern emergency management systems struggle to replicate during extended crisis situations. Communal management. Medieval villages established sophisticated fuel management systems that coordinated wood cutting, collection, and distribution activities, ensuring adequate heating supplies. Throughout extended winter periods, while maintaining forest sustainability for future years, community woodcutting operations included organized work groups that efficiently harvested timber, using collective labor and specialized skills that maximized fuel production while minimizing individual family burden during critical autumn preparation periods. Fuel storage systems utilized covered community storage areas that protected wood from moisture, while ensuring fair distribution based on family size, contribution levels, and special needs during winter months. Forest management practices included sustainable harvesting techniques that maintained woodland health while providing adequate fuel supplies through selective cutting, rotation schedules, and replanting activities that ensured long-term fuel security. Alternative fuel sources included dried animal dung, compressed agricultural waste, and peat harvesting that supplemented wood supplies while utilizing available organic materials efficiently. Community work schedules coordinated fuel, gathering activities with other seasonal preparations while ensuring adequate reserves before winter weather prevented outside work activities. Distribution protocols included rationing systems that prevented waste while ensuring essential heating needs were met throughout community populations during extended cold periods. Quality control measures ensured proper wood seasoning and storage that maximized fuel efficiency while preventing storage problems that could compromise community heating supplies. These fuel management systems achieved resource efficiency that sustained communities throughout winters that would exhaust modern heating fuel supplies. Within weeks, while maintaining forest ecosystems for future generations, craft and trade, village communities developed extensive indoor productive activities during winter months that maintained economic stability while creating trade relationships with other communities for essential supplies and resources. Craft specialization included skilled activities like weaving, toolmaking, pottery, and woodworking that utilized winter downtime productively while creating trade goods and essential items needed for community survival and prosperity. Skill-sharing systems included apprenticeship programs and knowledge transfer activities that improved community capabilities while ensuring critical skills remained available throughout population changes and generational transitions. Workshop arrangements included shared indoor spaces with heating that enabled productive activities during cold weather while fostering cooperation and social interaction during extended isolation periods. Toolmaking and equipment maintenance activities included repair, sharpening, and creation of essential implements needed for agriculture, construction, and daily life activities that modern communities typically purchase rather than produce locally. Trade relationships with neighboring villages included exchange networks for specialized goods, surplus resources, and emergency assistance that created regional survival. Networks capable of supporting communities during local disasters or resource shortages. Economic systems included barter arrangements, skill trading, and resource sharing agreements that maintained commerce during periods when monetary systems became unavailable or impractical for community needs. Storage and inventory management included tracking systems for trade goods, raw materials, and finished products that enabled efficient production and exchange activities throughout winter months. These craft and trade networks created economic resilience that sustained communities through extended isolation while building relationships and capabilities that modern communities dependent on global supply chains cannot replicate during crisis situations. Seasonal migration. Medieval village communities implemented partial population migration strategies that moved portions of the community to warmer locations during extreme winter periods while maintaining base settlements and resource management systems. Migration planning included careful selection of community members based on age, health, skills, and family considerations that optimized survival chances, while maintaining community cohesion and capability throughout seasonal transitions. Coordination systems between settled and mobile populations included communication networks, resource sharing agreements, and mutual support arrangements that ensured both groups received necessary supplies and assistance throughout winter periods. Resource sharing protocols included equitable distribution of food, fuel, and essential supplies between stationary and migrating community members, while maintaining adequate reserves for both groups throughout separation periods. Communication systems included messenger networks, signal methods, and regular contact schedules that maintained community connections across distances, while enabling coordination of resources and emergency assistance when needed. Temporary settlement arrangements included predetermined locations, shelter construction, and resource procurement plans that enabled migrating populations to establish adequate living conditions in alternative locations. Return timing coordination included weather monitoring, resource assessment, and community preparation activities that ensured smooth reintegration. When seasonal conditions permitted safe return to primary settlements, integration procedures included redistribution of accumulated resources, skill sharing from different seasonal experiences, and community celebration activities that reinforced social bonds strengthened. Through seasonal cooperation and mutual dependence, these migration strategies created flexible survival systems that adapted to varying winter severity, while maintaining community integrity through coordinated planning and mutual support that enabled population survival rates far exceeding isolated settlement approaches during extreme weather conditions. Weather prediction methods. Village communities developed sophisticated weather forecasting systems using traditional knowledge, natural indicators, and collective observation techniques that enabled accurate long-term weather prediction, supporting survival planning and resource management decisions. Natural indicator systems included animal behavior observation, plant responses, atmospheric conditions, and seasonal patterns that provided reliable weather forecasting capabilities, often surpassing modern meteorological predictions for local conditions and long-term trends. Community knowledge sharing included traditional weather wisdom passed through generations, collective observation networks, and specialized weather prediction skills that enabled communities to anticipate severe weather events days or weeks in advance. Preparation timing based on weather predictions included food preservation activities, fuel gathering schedules, and shelter preparation tasks that optimized community readiness for severe weather while maximizing productive time during favorable conditions. Atmospheric observation techniques included cloud formation analysis, wind pattern monitoring, temperature trend assessment, and humidity changes that provided detailed weather information, using only natural senses and traditional knowledge. Animal behavior indicators included migration patterns, feeding behavior changes, and shelter-seeking activities that signaled impending weather changes with remarkable accuracy through centuries of observation and correlation. Plant and environmental signals included leaf changes, seed production patterns, insect activity levels, and water source behaviors that provided additional weather prediction data supporting community planning activities. Long-term seasonal planning utilized traditional calendars, astronomical observations, and historical weather patterns that enabled communities to prepare for entire winter. Seasons based on reliable prediction methods developed over generations of survival experience. Documentation systems included oral tradition, seasonal markers, and community memory techniques that preserved weather prediction knowledge throughout generational changes, while maintaining accuracy and reliability. These traditional weather prediction systems achieved forecasting accuracy that enabled medieval communities to survive weather conditions that surprise modern populations. Dependent on technological forecasting systems during extreme weather events, these medieval village survival techniques prove that community cooperation achieved remarkable winter resilience without modern technology. Their methods often produced superior results through resource sharing, natural physics, and collective planning that individual modern approaches cannot match. Many techniques remain relevant for emergency preparedness and sustainable living. Ready to discover more ancient community wisdom that outperforms modern solutions? Subscribe for weekly survival secrets that could save your community during the next crisis.